Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to explain the mathematical intuition behind the stats model library using the best fit line method OLS that we also called as ordinary least square. So as I think you know how we can use the stats library, so let me explain how we can use the stats library to perform the linear regression. So for that, what we used to do, we import the stats model library, and here we use the API class, and these library I am going to use to perform some visualization and for our data set. So this is our data set I am going to use. This is the x variable, this is your input variable, and this is your output variable. So here I am going to use the constant value. If you see here, why we use constant, let's see. So in the linear regression, this is the equation of the linear regression, we know that. But what happens once we use the stats library? Okay, in the stats library this is not available, v0 is not available. That's why we have to add the intercept here, right? So that's why we are adding this particular constant intercept. It means constant value of the x. Here I am going to add the constant value. Now you can see I have added this particular constant beta naught. This is your x value. Now if you see here, how normally we used to create the model? First we create the object, then fit the object. So here I am going to create the object. So how do we perform the linear regression or most of the scikit-learn based or the stats bits library model? First we create the object, then we fit the object. If we want to do prediction or classification, then we perform these two options, then we do the prediction, then after that we do the evaluation. It means we evaluate our model by using the different performance metrics like your MSE, R squared, and for classification we use the AUC curve, we can use the precision, recall, the different metrics we use for the classification. So this steps we have to perform. So here first I am create the object. In the object I am going to use the ordinary least square method. Here one thing you have to keep in mind that it take the first output, then input variable, then we fit the object. So now our model is created. I am going to check the intercept and coefficient. If you see here, this is your intercept and this is your coefficient, beta naught, beta 2, beta 3. But here I am using the simple linear regression model. It means this particular terms only till here. So our intercept would be, if you see here, our intercept would be 5.3345. This is our intercept. And what would be the regression coefficient? Coefficient is 5.2673. These intercept we have created now. So how we can do the prediction? Prediction we can use our created model, then predict method. And this data I am going to predict, I am going to use the input data, x variable. So how we can evaluate our model? Evaluate our model with the help of this particular sum squared error. How we can calculate the mean squared error? As you know, sum squared error formula is summation I is equal to 1 to n all the samples point by I minus by hat whole square. This is the SSE. And what is the MSE? MSE is this if we divide 1 by n. So here what I am going to do, I am going to divide it by 1 by n. It means total number of the samples, length of the x. So this way we have calculated the mean squared error. Same thing, root mean square, it means under root of the MSE. We get the 4.18. R squared we can also calculate by using this particular method. R squared we get the 96.76. It means we can say 96.76% variation in the y is explainable with the help of independent data. It means our input data. We want to calculate the prediction some unseen data. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this particular unseen data, right? That this is your unseen data. So same thing, I will create the x value by using the constant in this particular data, then just will do the prediction. So this way I will get this predicted output of this particular unseen data. So this way we can perform the linear regression with the help of stats model library. This is very straightforward. First we create the object, then we fit, then we check the, if we want to check the intercept and coefficient, then we can check. Otherwise we can directly use the prediction and then we evaluate our model with the help of this evaluation matrix. This is very straight and forward. But now question comes, what is the math behind this? Because this is the library created by some genius guys. So we want to understand what is the mathematics behind this particular library. So let's understand what is the mathematics behind that. So if you see here I have used this particular linear regression, right? Y is equal to beta naught plus beta 1 x. This we have used in our stats library. So how we can get the best fit line, as I have explained in our linear regression video, that these are our data set we have. Okay, so what we can do, we can draw this particular line. How we can say this is the best fit line? So for that we calculate the errors, right? We calculate this particular distance. We calculate this particular distance and sum all this particular distance. It means d1 plus d2 plus dn sum. So if you see here I am directly adding. It means this value we can say this is your predicted value, because if we say this is the best fit line, it means say this is your predicted value. So how we can calculate this particular d1? D1 would be your by minus by hat. It means by this will be this particular value and this particular value. So this will be by will be more as compared to your predicted value. So this will be your positive. Let's say this is your d2. So d2, it means by minus by hat. So in that case predicted value will be more as compared to your actual value. So this will be your negative. Same d3. Let's say this is your d3. So d3 will be your positive. So in this way your positive and negative values will be cancelled out to each other and we will not be able to calculate the error. So for that what we used to do, we squared the errors. What we will do, we will square the error. It means d1 square, d2 square and d3 square and so on. So in this way what would happen, once we will square, our positive square will be equal to positive, d2 is negative, so negative square would be your still positive. So we will get all the positive value. So this way we will get the sum squared error. So we will use this particular error matrix to check the total sum of the errors of all the data points. So what we do to get the best fit line, we try to get the minimum value of this particular SSE, right? Which line will provide me the best minimum value? I draw this particular line. Then again I calculate the distance. Okay, then again I calculate distance. Then again I calculate let SSE 2. This is your 1. This is your 2. Then again I draw some random line here. Let I draw this particular line here. Then again calculate the distance from each data points. Then again calculate the sum of squared error, let 3. So we check each and every data points by the different lines, and which line will provide me the minimum sum of squared error, that line will be treated as your best fit line, and that is also called as your OLS, or it means ordinary least square method to getting the best fit line. I hope it is clear now to all of you. So this particular things we use in the stats library. So if you see here, I am going to use y is equal to mx plus c, right? In the stats library, how we calculate the m and c, right? Because if we draw this particular line, this will be your c and this particular slope will be your m. Because how we can draw this particular line? Because first we have to calculate the m and c, then we can check the distance. Okay, so first we have to use the some m and c value, then we can use this particular squared error, right? So in statistics, some genius scientist developed some statistical formula to calculate the m and c value. We can use directly those formula to calculate the m and c value, and those m and c value will provide you the best fit line. Let's see how we can do that. If you see this particular, if you see here, they are also using the same beta naught plus beta 1x. So if you see here, how do they calculate the best m and c line? If you see here, this is the formula of beta 1. We can see the m. This formula some statistician has developed to calculate the m value for the best fit line. It means sum of I is equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar, it means mean value of x, then by I minus by bar, it means mean value of y, then divided by sum of I is equal to 1 to n, then xi minus x bar whole square. This is the value of m. And what would be the value of b? So we can calculate y is equal to by bar is equal to, we can say beta naught plus beta 1 x bar. So we will, this also called as your beta 1. So this value we will fit in this particular equation. So our beta naught would be your y hat minus beta 1 x bar. This value we know, this value we also know, this value we also know, then we calculate the beta naught. So by in this particular calculation or this particular formula, we can calculate the m and c value, intercept and coefficient. If you see here, this is the formula we are gonna use to calculate the m. So if you see here, this also called as your upper portion is also called as your covariance between the x and y. This particular formula is called as your covariance between the x and y, and this is called as your variance of x, right? This is the covariance between the x and y. This is also called as your variance of x, sample variance of x. So we can say covariance. Covariance means this is your x, this is your y. If x is increasing, y is also increasing. It means this is the positively correlated. If x is increasing, y is decreasing, it is negatively covariant. This is called as your covariance. So if you see here, higher the covariance between the x and y, higher the slope will be, right? If you see here, higher the covariance between x and y, higher the slope will be. If you see here, this is your y, this is your x. This is the we can say the positively correlated, but the correlation will be less. If I will say this will have the more correlation as compared to this particular this line, right? So if you see, slope is theta 2, this is your theta 1. So we can say theta 2 is greater than theta 1. So higher the covariance between the x and y, higher the slope, right? If the covariance high, then slope will also be high. And second, negatively covariance, it means negative slope, and positive covariance means positive slope, right? If you see here, this is your x, this is your y, it means this particular. So this will be your negative slope, it means negative covariance. So let's check how we can perform this mathematical intuition by using the vanilla Python. This is our data set, right? We are using the same data set. If you see here, I am gonna use the same data set here. I am going to use the same data set here. Here I use the linear regression using the stats model library. Here I am going to use the linear regression with the help of vanilla Python using the mathematical intuition whatever I have explained you, and by using the m and c formula. and then we will verify whether I am getting the same type of the output or not. How we can get the best fit line? So for that I am going to create the m value. It means best fit slope. It means m value. What would be the m value? Summation of I is equal to 1 to n x I minus x bar by I minus y bar divided by summation xi minus x bar whole square. This I am going to use here. If you see here, this is your x minus x bar mean, multiply by y minus y bar, then divided by x minus x bar, then whole square. This equation I have written here. Then I am going to return the m value. This function I have created to get the m value. So I am getting the m value 5.26733. Let's check I am getting the same coefficient or not with the help of stats library. If you see here 5.2673, I am getting the same output here. Right, I am getting the same output here. Now I am going to calculate the intercept. How we can calculate? Y is equal to mxc. C we need to create. So by mean, this particular value minus m multiplied by x mean. All the value we know, so we will use this particular function. Then we will calculate the intercept. 5.33. If you see here, I am getting the 5.33. It means our intercept and coefficient are verified. I am getting the same intercept and coefficient with the help of vanilla Python and the whatever the math intuition we have behind the OLS. Now I am going to use the bipred. M and C I know, so here I will enter the x value, different x value, then we can calculate the bipred. For that, how we can do that? If you see, these value I can calculate because these are the array. So we will get these particular predicted output 21, 26, 36. You can see 21, 26, 36. I am getting the same predicted output. Now we will check the scatter plot. This is the best fit line I am getting. Right? We can plot this. First I plot the scatter plot. Then second I am using this particular min and max. Then min and max, it means x value min and max. Then y value min and max. This will plot this particular line, and this particular dot I will plot with the help of this particular scatter plot. This I can also plot with the help of Seaborn library regression plot. Same thing. Now how we can evaluate the model? By using the root mean squared error. As we know, what is the formula of the root mean squared error? 1 by n summation by, this is your by I minus by pred whole square. This is the root mean square. So this is your square, it means this is your error, and this will be your MSE, and square root of the MSE will be your root mean square. So I am going to use the square root of the MSE. This will be your SSE, I think, sum squared error. Right, here I think we have to do this will be your SSE, then this will be your SSE. So by this we can calculate the root mean squared error. Now you can see 4.18. Let's see I am getting the same output or not. 4.18. Yes. It means I am getting the same root mean squared error whatever I got in the stats library. So this way we can verify our stats model library output and the vanilla Python OLS method. We can also verify the R squared. What is the formula of the R squared? R squared is equal to 1 minus SSR divided by SST. So this I have used this particular function, and so I am getting the R squared value is equal to 0.96. Right. So we can say 96.7%, 96.768% variation in Y we can explain with the help of X variable. It means our model is the best fit model. So normally what we used to do, we create a base model, right? In normal scenario, first we create the base model. How we can create the base model? Let's see how we can do that. let this is the some data points I have. So what we will do, we will use this particular line by, it means m will be equal to 0, means slope will be equal to 0 and c will be equal to by this particular by value. So we will calculate the linear equation y is equal to mx plus c, it means y is equal to c by using this particular line, right? So this will be your base model, base linear regression model. How we can calculate? Let's see. Here slope will be 0, so intercept will be your that particular by value, right? That we can calculate by divided by length of the by. Then we will plot the scatter plot. This will be your scatter plot like. Then we will use the root mean square error. Our root mean square error I am getting 23.27. It means after that whatever the line I will create, right? So our root mean square error should be always less than this value. So this is our base model we can create. So that's it from my side for today. I hope you will like this video. If you will like, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends and colleagues. Thank you.